Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. And he won't get it. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Off play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Florida's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. again, they're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Looking to throw its flag way. He fires to the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Glover. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's got an open man. Still running at the 40. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort.
Going over the top. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. With the catch, it's Wilson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man.
Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making adjustments. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
To the air, it's Flores. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. On the move, looking for a little... of hope. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. This should be the last play of the quarter. The offense changing the play.
Timeout, Florida.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Gator! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, this offense is... in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but
Turning it on! He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. The give to Davis. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's...
Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the... They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Hauls it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David.
Looking to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. The give to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. 3rd and goal for the offense. They're going to run it. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll touchdown Gator, and they take it in for 6 more points. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help...
There he goes! Past the sticks, and he may get more. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. To the air, it's Flores. Pulls it in, it's Davis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went game time.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Brown has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The toss to the right. Got enough for the 1st. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Here's the pressure. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Gators want to move quickly. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
To the air, it's Lagway. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And this one is perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation, and with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
The Gators will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. No, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He lets one fly deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Flagway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Gators are on the move. Catch in the middle. It's Wilson. Wide open spaces. 10. Touchdown, Gator. Once he got some room, it was over.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
He'll bring it out. It's Shepard. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Pittman. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved them up in the air, David.
of that quarterback. You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeps it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Fires one high and deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of his fundamentals.
The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Gator! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds a man on the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down will open up the final period. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And this always is. of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Glover. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Back to throw. It's Hoover. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable.
He'll take the deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gators have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Makes the grab down the middle. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Wants to throw again. Got his man on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it at the 30. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to...
Trying to beat the D deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shepard. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 2. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Best. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. And it slips just inside that right upright. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the line.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes a grab deep. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He'll take another shot here. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? From the gun. Oh, they're after him. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to be too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams, and they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead, and this team could be in the college football playoff discussion.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.